Ah, Good afternoon. It is Sunday, and I did something new today. I don't typically, I'm finding that as I continue to use my kettlebells, I was aiming at 4 workouts a week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Okay. That gave me a Sunday, Monday back to back. And there are and maybe it's because I'm using kettlebells, but my hands are not liking it. So I'm going back to 3. I'm gonna go to 3, but I've also got a new program I'm working with in terms of particular exercises that I do that do my whole body, and I'm kind of focusing on the core. But in any event, this today and yesterday, I kind of finished up a set or a new way of doing it. So typically I would put on my little timer, and this is kind of what I've been doing now is this is set for so many sets, so 1 set per exercise, and I go through and so it'll be 30 seconds of doing the exercise. So if I'm doing a halo, I do halos for 30 seconds, which is has been roughly in the 12 range for most exercises. My around the worlds have been closer to 20. But if I do the tether ball, which is you bring it around the world, you bring it up to here, and then you pass it back and push, and pass it back and push. Okay. Those are not getting as high as, but so I can either do all of them for 12 if I don't have this on, or I don't want to put it on, whatever. But that's one way of doing that is 30 seconds, and then I have 15 seconds of doing nothing. And so I can go through one whole set, which is, I think, 20 exercises maybe, and then do it, reset the thing and do it all again. I could do that, I think, just X number of sets. So instead of resetting it, I could just let it run all 36, whatever. Anyway, or, and I tried this yesterday and today, I was getting a little bit kind of, and so I decided I was going to start at the top of the list and do every exercise 36 times, 3 sets of 12. That was challenging, I'll tell you, um, because I had already done the my legs back and forth from work, and then on my spinner. No, I didn't work yesterday. Walking to town and then coming back and then getting on my spinner for 20 minutes. I went light on my legs because they were starting to cramp like real, like rep 4 or 5. So I said, okay, I think the legs are okay. But I did everything else, and then I got around to doing, because what I found was is even though, and this is where adaptation plays its rules, but doing the halos, all right. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19, 20. Oh, there it is. I start to feel something completely new in my back. And it's not, I think there's a couple things going on here. One is it's the building of muscle, but second of all, I think there's a um, pushing it past its adaptation, which maybe I'm saying the same thing twice, but that's what happens. It pushes your limit a little bit. And the thing I like about the kettlebells is when you're doing this, you think about how many muscles I'm using here: upper chest, shoulder, back, to some degree the neck. And then I get on to the next exercise, which is wood chops. Yeah. Well, guess what I felt? Yeah. All of those same muscles now being overused. So I had to really space out. So that's why it ended up being 2 days. I couldn't do it all yesterday because certain muscles were saying, okay, now we've had enough. And so I waited till today to finish up my 3 sets. But that's one way. I mean, you could do time under tension. So a kettle, so maybe you make the kettlebell a little heavier, and it's 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, boom. Back the other way for 4 seconds. Boom. 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 All right, that's what they call time under tension. With a curl, it's just simply starting in a lower position, bringing yourself up to here, and then lowering it time under tension. I wouldn't even think of getting anywhere close to 12 unless I went to a lower weight. So those things have to be watched. But I just wanted to share something new with you to try. For those of you who do work out at home, as I do, and I think it's a great way to do it, it's trying something a little different, pushing your body outside of what it's normally used to. I never have done sets of 36. That's when I got around to doing because I follow my curl with an underhand curl, the reverse curl, they call that. Oh, my biceps are hurting. So I'll see what happens tomorrow, the next day. But in any event, these are ways that you can. So let's just say you get yourself into a kind of a busy-ish day, and you know you're not going to get into your entire workout. Okay? That's all right. Take 1 to 3 of those exercises and do all 3 sets. Like I said, if you're doing 2 or 3 sets, do all of the reps in a row. Boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Just make sure because some of that stuff the wood chops, I wasn't being real clean. Stop here, stop there, stop here, stop there, stop here, stop there. Because with the chops with the kettlebells, you're rotating. So, and I was not being clean. I was just trying to get the reps done. And I knew it. There's just so many ways you can work with things with kettlebells or dumbbells. Just take your time. Start a little slower than normal, maybe, and be aware of what's going on in your body and don't hurt yourself. Because if you're pushing reps, that's where we can easily get into starting to feel that pump, because that's another thing that'll happen. When your body adapts, when you push it past what it's used to, now we're talking about beginning to pump that muscle up with some new blood and things like that. And that's what they call lifting weights, is the bug bite. It is a great feeling. It makes you feel strong because there is new muscle here. And the thing about kettlebells is the way we move and stuff like that. With kettlebells, you begin to feel it throughout your entire body. It's the range of motion that I particularly enjoy that's with that. Anyway, you could do all of them all at once, take a few, time into. If you have questions, that's where you find me. And I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you, because the path to fitness is not a sprint. At my age, I do this to stay in shape. All right, there's a difference. I'm putting on a little bit of muscle, a couple pounds. My waist is staying the same, so I'm happy with that. But my weight is going up, so I know there's new muscle coming on, and I'm okay with that. I'm trying to find the happy ground where I'm still losing fat and my weight's not changing. So once my weight starts getting down again, I'll be happier. In any event, just some little hints for those of you who want to take care of your body. I will talk to you later. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.